Hey everyone, welcome to Plants and Politics. So I have an update to share about one of Trump's capital terrorists who we thought we were all done with. It's time for an episode of Where Are They Now?
Matthew Bledsoe was arrested.
Patrick Montgomery was in court.
Jonathan Manapa will stay in federal custody.
No, I don't take responsibility at all.
So Paul Hodgkins was the first January 6th defendant to be sentenced to prison for a felony. There have been some others that took plea deals on misdemeanor charges, but he was the first one to actually plead and get jail time for a felony. And as I shared with all of you on a previous episode of Where Are They Now, Hodgkins accepted a plea deal agreeing to an 8-month sentence for obstructing Congress and entering the Senate chamber. Now, federal guidelines recommend a sentence of up to 16 months. So the judge was extremely lenient when it came to this case to begin with. And that leniency was due in part to the fact that Hodgkins seemed willing to accept responsibility for his actions. So this matter appeared to be settled. In fact, Hodgkins began his 8-month sentence on September 20th, so just several days ago. However, Hodgkins has retained a new attorney who's trying to appeal his conviction and his sentence. And they've actually petitioned the court to ask for more time to undo the plea deal. His new lawyer, a woman named Carolyn Stewart, asked the court to delay Hodgkins' incarceration until January of 2022 to allow him more time to prove that he didn't actually agree to any of this. I know this sounds like another GTFO segment. I get it. During a hearing, Stewart told the judge that not only did Hodgkins' previous attorney provide ineffective legal counsel, but they're now also alleging that Hodgkins' signature was forged. I told you guys, these January 6 cases are getting more and more batshit crazy by the day. So Stewart claims to have hired a handwriting expert named Kurt Badgett. He is said to have reviewed the plea agreement, and he alleges that Hodgkins' signature is fake, and he's willing to testify to that in court. Stewart also told the judge that there were many irregularities in Hodgkins' case, and that because of her work as an intelligence analyst in Afghanistan, she's very good at spotting unusual patterns. She is also, however, very new to the legal profession because according to state records, Stewart just joined the Florida bar in the latter part of 2020. So literally less than a year ago, or about a year ago. As for Hodgkins' former attorney, he vehemently denies Stewart's allegations. Patrick LeDuc is the defense attorney who represented Hodgkins in this case and worked with him to obtain that plea deal, which was, again, very lenient, very generous. LeDuc is a JAG reserve officer who was recently deployed to Qatar to assist in the Afghan refugee rescue missions. And he called the allegations against him, quote, insane. LeDuc told Politico news outlet, quote, I went over every single line of that plea agreement with Paul for about 3 hours to include the factual stipulations. And he signed the thing in front of me and then came back and re-signed the other form as well. Nothing happened in this case without Paul's consent. I don't understand any of this. It is insane, and I am just so over it all. Yeah, well, when you have insane clients, insanity follows. So the judge in the case also has warned this new attorney that she could be opening up Hodgkins to perjury charges, that this may not be good for him. Because remember, when a plea agreement is reached, it's not like these people just sign a document and then they head off to jail or prison. They actually have to appear before the judge in court and verbally acknowledge that they understand what it is they're pleading guilty to and that they understand the consequences of accepting that plea deal. And the judge made clear in this hearing that he went over all of the terms of the agreement with Hodgkins to avoid this very scenario. So how is Hodgkins going to explain that? Is he going to say, oh, I was drugged. My former attorney drugged me to make me appear in court. And, oh, he had me under mind control. I mean, that's how crazy this stuff is getting. With this group of people, I wouldn't put it past them. Honestly, I wouldn't. They could say just about anything. I'd be like, yeah, that sounds like them. It sounds like something they'd say. And it also sounds like the prosecutor in this case had, I guess you could say, issues with Hodgkins' new attorney beyond this lunacy. In regard to Stewart, the new attorney, the prosecutor told the judge, quote, "I've been tolerant of a lot of very strange and unorthodox communications, for lack of a better word. And I've been not putting it in my pleadings and not raising it with the court out of respect to her." In any case, the judge doesn't seem fazed by any of this. This Hail Mary pass they're trying to throw is going to be an uphill battle, because the time frame, number one, for appealing any of this has already passed. They already missed that window. And in addition, like I said, this guy agreed to this in court. This was taken down by a stenographer. There were witnesses there. Even if by some miracle they could prove that his signature was forged, there's no getting around that little minor detail that he said the words with his own mouth, that the judge asked him, "Do you understand what you're pleading to?" "Yes, Your Honor." "Do you understand that these are the consequences?" "Yes, Your Honor." How are they going to overcome that? And let's face it, there are tons of innocent people sitting in jail and prison right now as I speak, especially people of color. Some who have been there for decades and they can't get any help. They're stuck in there by a system that is just too happy to allow people to suffer and lose literally their life for profit prisons, for for-profit prisons, so they can make trillions of dollars. So is this guy who admitted to his crimes, that, by the way, we all saw with our own eyes. We've seen the photos, we've seen the videos. They were broadcast on news outlets. They were on social media, privately recorded videos that have been released, put on YouTube. That guy is going to get a do-over just because he doesn't want to face the music. He doesn't want to face the consequences of his actions. Yeah, not likely. Good luck with that. This is going to be interesting. Anyway, guys, I'll keep you posted. As always, please like, share, and subscribe. Thanks so much for watching and listening. Take care. I'll talk with you soon.